Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing very well for the past week. Did you guys get your hands on the McDonald's promo Pikachu? Are you guys buying it on eBay? Are you guys buying it on your local Facebook group? Or are you guys actually I know some of my friends, they've flown to Japan to pick some up. I also tried to do that, but in the end it didn't work out with my travel plans. So then I actually got my local friend in Japan, and they were able to help me get copies of it. So I'll do a separate video on the promo Pikachu. But tonight I'm gonna be talking about something that is very, very interesting that I have picked out, and I don't think anybody in the hobby is talk about this angle. So this channel, I'm going to be giving you guys my honest thoughts on all the Pokemon investing and collecting, my ticks. And this tick is going to be very, very interesting. I will say 99% of YouTubers will not cover this. And I'm going to be talking about the eBay stock price. So if you guys do Pokemon investing, you know how involved it is to buy the product. Buy the raw product, and you guys need to put it into the penny sleeve, then you put it into the top loader, then you spend a lot of time on the PSA website to create a grading submission. Then you need to bring it to the post office. Then you gotta protect it to make sure your cards doesn't get dinged. Then you gotta send it to PSA, and then you can either send it to like PSA Shanghai, PSA Tokyo, or PSA LA. Most of you guys living in the States. Actually, a lot of the viewers are on this channel. Over half of you guys are Americans. So I really appreciate the support. So you guys will be sending it to PSA in LA, Santa Monica. And then you guys wait 3 months to 4 months, and then you get the PSA card back. Then whether or not, if you get a 10, then congratulations, you've made a little bit of money. If you get a 9, then you broke even, and you need to think about how to sell the 9, or are you going to keep the 9 for yourselves. But if you get like a 8 or below, then you have lost money. So this video is talking about the eBay stock price and how it has appreciated 62% year to date. So when the market opened this year, it was at $62 to $100. So what does that translate to in Pokemon terms? That means it has basically went from a pretty like an ETB, I would say, maybe like a Journey Together ETB, and then it has upgained $40 over as from January to now. We're sitting in the middle of August. That is extremely significant, and most people that are in this hobby will be buying a single copy and then try to flip that copy, right? But then if you bought the stock this year, and eBay always wins, PSA always wins. eBay, I would say, wins even harder than PSA, but then they're actually on pretty equal footing. And what I mean by that is because if you decide to sell on eBay, do you guys know how expensive it is and what are the fees? I will bring up an example for Evolving Skies. So I sold a box of Evolving Skies pretty stupidly, now that I look back. So for about $829 a year ago, and then they took on humongous amount of fees. So so if you look, 844 is including the shipping cost. So they eBay adds the shipping fees to your selling proceeds. Then they took the fees of $131. So then the net proceeds became $712. But not only that, but then if I go to the next page as I check out more fees, there's also more more fees. So this is not eBay, this is FeeBay. My friend and I, we jokingly call it them FeeBays. So when I did the math, it works out to about a 25% seller's fee. And then people in the States or people are in other parts of the world may be like saying like, Ken, you're freaking crazy, like to even pay eBay that much. Well, first of all, I don't get to decide what eBay charges me, right? They after you sell an item, then it just starts selling this fee. There's a final value fee, variable percentage, blah blah blah, and then there's an international fee, and then there is a general fee. If you sponsor your item to the top of eBay, then there's also a sponsor fee. And then once the money gets, it doesn't get sent directly to you. This is like FYI, if you should want to sell on eBay, it actually goes to Payoneer, which is their payment platform. And then when you withdraw through Payoneer, there is a fee over there as well. And then if you don't withdraw, I think more than $250 per year, they will charge you an annual fee. And then that annual fee is another $39. So just to keep your Payoneer platform running, you need to pay another $39 of fixed costs. So just fees everywhere. And then that has elevated the eBay stock price to frickin' to the sky now. So now it's broken $100. And I remember talking to a colleague of mine who is very into crypto investing and stock investment. So he does stock investment. I do Pokemon investing. So we'll have a chit chat, have over coffee, and then I told him back when the stock was sitting at around like $60, I was like, oh, maybe I should buy some. And I did buy eBay stocks. Yeah, so I do hold some eBay stocks. Yeah, and it's done very well for me. Basically, and this is not a plug about, I mean, like, I don't need to plug anything on this channel. I'm just sharing with you, like, just trying to inspire thought on, hey, I don't need to do Pokemon investing in a certain way. There are alternate ways to make money. In just like in this, in our world, in our society, there's many ways to make money. It's not just your day job, right? There's a side, people are side hustling, people are doing so much stuff. I'm always amazed at what people do, you know, like doing car shows every month or every other month, and then or maybe like meeting people on your local trade platform. So there's many ways in this hobby to make money. This is just proposing another way to look at investing. So what I want to talk about is, yeah, the crazy fees have, and also the crazy popularity of, you know, Labubu, NBA sports cards, and generally people are love selling on eBay, right? And because it's got the authenticity guarantee, and there's a lot of good stuff about selling on eBay. Namely, the one thing that I really like about selling on eBay is selling high value items. Because one thing I really dislike is sometimes I'll post a high-end grail item on Facebook, and not even me, I don't even need to do it. I'm just an observer. Let's say people put like a team up booster box or a poncho or a munch on the local group, and then you have all these keyboard warriors will flood into the comment section and be like, oh, this is how much it's going for now. I remember buying team up when it was a $100 box. I cannot believe this box is going for $9,000 now, $10,000, blah. So you have all these like, I guess haters will flood the comment section, and then it's not being constructive. They're just kind of like hating on you for putting the effort to take the photo and then like different angles, get the lighting well for the product, and then spending the time to write the description, and all you get is some like hateful or waste of time comments, right? So eBay bypass all of that. eBay matches you directly with 40 to 50 watchers that are interested in your product, and it's just, you know, there's no BS, there's no hateful comments, there's no keyboard warriors. It's just, I'm listing this product for $10,000, or I'm listing a Mario Pikachu for $15,000. You can either buy it or you can walk away. Like, don't tell me about, you know, oh, you could have bought this card for like 1/100th of a price back in like 10 years ago. Yeah, so eBay, it just filters out all that noise, right? So that's really good about eBay, because they are actually able to connect you with people with the power to purchase, and you don't need to do any of the BS. The bad thing again with eBay is the exorbitant amount of the seller's fee. So I actually advocate instead of doing the PSA grading method where you have to roll the dice and gamble and hope that your PSA grader have had a really nice cup of coffee or didn't argue with his wife that morning, and, you know, like sent his daughter off to school and is in a good mood to give you that PSA 10. Instead of, you know, doing that, or, you know, people also talk about, you know, PSA graders, they pull a number out of a hat, and then that's the grade that you get. You know, that's a bit extreme, but people are being sarcastic in that sense. So I find that humorous, but there's also some bit of truth to that, because some of the grades that you get back, it's you think it's going to be a 10, but then it just scores a 9. So that's a bit of a hit, you know, to the gut. If you guys look at the trends, eBay has pretty much outperformed a lot of the stocks, not a lot of the stocks, but it has actually outperformed a lot of the booster boxes in this year. So to give you guys a bit of an exposure, let's take a look at, you know, some of the recent release for Scarlet and Violet, since we just entered the end of the new era. So this is now considered a previous era, which is crazy to think about. But look at like Journey Togethers. In January, it was going for about $195, and right now it's sitting at $250. And it did not beat out the price, so it's up about 21% for the year. And eBay comfortably beats that 41. And actually, if you bought Surging Sparks, then now it's 236. So you're actually you're better off. The stock has outperformed Surging Sparks, so that's quite interesting. If we look at like Destined Rivals, right? So Destined Rivals came up with a bang, and then it was 350, and then now it's actually down 13%, sitting at 305. Yeah, so we actually went the other way. So Destined Rivals went down, and then eBay went up like that. And then I also took a look at the really popular, like the Paldea Evolve carp, Magic Carp. And this card, if you bought it like last year for $100, you're doing pretty well. If you bought it, if we compare apples to apples, 160 to 196. So the eBay again is beating out the Magic Carp card. Yeah. So this is just a very quick example. Do your own research, pull up whatever cards you like, and compare. Have eBay stocks outperform whatever you're holding. 62%. That's the key metric. And one thing I do want to talk about in this video is scalability. This is a crazy word that you need to start getting yourself acquainted to. How easy it is to scale, because if you are buying like 10 blooming waters, you're buying 10 ETBs, you're buying 10 booster box, think about how much effort you need to do later on to realize those profits. Versus, again, I'm not advocating, this is not a stock selling channel, this is not none of that. But then think about how easy it is to scale up buying something like eBay. And the reason why I make this video is because you cannot invest in PSA unless in the comment section you guys can tell me how do you invest in PSA, because PSA is like, oh my goodness, it's like a sure win formula. Like no matter what they do, they're gonna be earning $18.99 from your card submission. Like that's just guaranteed. So no matter how your card grades, they're making money. And then if you guys grade a high-end card, they're gonna upcharge you. If you grade a Poncho Pikachu, if you grade a base set Charizard, they're gonna upcharge you 500 to 1,000 to even more. I've seen examples of like $1,000 upcharge on a card when it scores a PSA 10. So PSA is literally materializing money out of thin air just because people trust their. I would say it's overall it's a good standard. Despite all the jokes that I make about PSA, I still think like I have stacks and stacks of PSA sitting here already. So lots of PSA coming back as well, because it's more as the gold standard for the hobby. Yeah. And if you guys do CGC I actually like a lot, but if you do any other thing, you're putting yourself in a typical footing. So I would a side tangent is PSA is go with PSA if you want to have the liquidity to sell later on. Yeah. But imagine thinking back, yes, to sell 10 ETBs or to sell a case of booster box, it's very demanding relative to holding like 50 shares, for example. So 50 shares of eBay, you can sell it in a few button clicks. 50 boxes of booster box is gonna kill me. It's gonna take me like an entire year or so to move. Yeah, and I don't look forward to producing the shipping labels and dealing with all the stuff I'll eventually have to deal with when I want to sell and find the right seller, right? Unless somebody can inhale 50 boxes of booster box like it's nothing, right? That basically brings me to the conclusion of this video, and it's just I hope that you found it interesting in the video. And while I get back in the swing of things to produce more videos, really we're sitting at 1,600 subscribers now, and tracking nicely up to 2,000. And this channel will continue to bring you guys more. The next video we'll be talking about the Japanese promo Pikachu card and what kind of like chaotic weekend that has been, and how it only ran for 1 day. So a preview tick is 1 day out of the entire history of Pokemon. If they do not restart or reprint or reinitiate the campaign, then that 1 day is going to be very meaningful in the future, because when you always have new joiners every day, every minute, every second, across the world, people are investing more into Pokemon, right? And then this card has only been exposed for less than 24 hours, being sold at a venue across Japan, and then the venue being McDonald's, right? So implicate how valuable that will be in the future, because the new joiners, they cannot go back in time and get the card, right? And then if you have PSA 10 copy of that Pikachu, it's going to be very lucrative. So yeah, this is basically one more point to drive home is, when there's a gold rush, then you buy the shovel. When you cannot buy PSA, the next best thing is invest into eBay, because they will always win, like with the seller's fee and with the popularity of Pokemon and how eBay actually integrates with PSA directly. So it's actually very good now, because like on the eBay listing, you can just check the PSA data, and I think the integration is marvelous. But let me know in the section, what do you guys think? Do you guys hold stocks related to collecting hobby, such as this eBay stocks? And what do you think? Should have this video inspired you to think about, oh yeah, that's true. Like instead of hoarding cases of ETB, cases of whatever products, cases of seal, um, this is another way to go. Yeah, and yeah, hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna quickly edit this and then roll it out because the channel has been lying dormant for a week. Been a very hectic and busy week, but I'm back, and it's good to see everybody that's watching this video, and I will talk to you guys soon in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.